Hello again, YouTube. My name is Bree, and in today's video, I am once again painting in my sketchbook, though I didn't really plan to. I know my normal posting schedule is every other week, but I basically written off this week for making a video, and this was a very random decision. So basically, I didn't have time to start early. I'd wanted originally to start last weekend, but I ended up doing 2 paintings for oil class, and I don't regret that at all. I'm really enjoying that class. I'll talk about it a bit more later. But I basically had to have a video started on Saturday night. I had a work thing all day Tuesday. I got home really late. A dinner with coworkers on Thursday. Personal plans on Saturday and Saturday night, and then family visit all day Sunday. So I knew that I basically had to have most of the painting done on Friday night or no video was going to happen. So I had written off doing a video. And then my husband left for a business trip this morning, and he woke me up before 5 a.m. to say goodbye. I don't know why he had to leave that early. But yeah, I got maybe 20 more minutes of sleep, and then 5 a.m. brain was like, you know what would be a great use of your time? Let's wake up and film a video. So with my blurry, not yet awake eyes and brain, I decided it was time to paint this sketch that wasn't really completed or refined or anything. So that was a choice. I don't know how I feel about that at this time, but you know what? I filmed it, so we're going to make a video. I'm really tired, if that's not obvious, because I still haven't gone back to sleep. It is now a little after 5 p.m., which means Juno will be in here shortly, probably screaming at me for dinner. I'd apologize in advance, but I don't know, some people like to hear her speak, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, so I really don't have much to say about it. It really was less planned than usual. I know that my head's been kind of in a little bit of a doom spiral of late, so that influenced the sketch and the painting itself. And that's just, it's not been a good time for our planet or anything. I don't want to really get political on this channel because, yeah, but there's definitely ecological crap going on that is not good right now, so that I feels like a safe enough topic. And things, I mean, to some extent fires and stuff are natural, but it also is harmful to a lot of people and a lot of animals. So I understand, we have a lot of controlled burns here, but seeing photos of the Northeast dealing with all the smoke from the Canadian fires and imagining what the people who are dealing with those fires are going through. I know personally the smoke and the ash really, my allergies can't handle that. So I luckily am not dealing with that, but I've just seen a lot of pictures, and I know that's why I was drawn to the orange background for this one. Locally here in Florida, we're having a really bad sargassum year. Sargassum being a brown algae that washes ashore. And it's really unpleasant. Even just you go to the beach and it's just coating the beach. I'm not really a beach person anyway, and it smells awful. It smells like rotten eggs. It's very sulfuric, I guess. Theoretically, some people are like, oh yeah, it's good for the sea life because they can eat it and they have extra food. But maybe that's true in a normal year. It can also lead to algal blooms and suffocating out wildlife. It's really great. I know there's big cleanup operations for it to get it off the beach as quickly as possible. But even this year, there's been a lot of those forever plastics found in it. So it's not really a great meal for the sea life anyway. And then in terms of the cleanup operations, they've been finding some of it has flesh-eating bacteria. So for those who are, being awesome people and going out there with their mask and their gloves and cleaning up to take care of the beaches, yeah, there's additional risk factors involved. So it's just been not a good time there. And I know I keep seeing every time I see trending searches on Google. When I go to search for something, it's like a major earthquake and tornadoes and it's sinkholes, and it's one thing after another. So all that to say that I hope that if you're watching this, or even if you're not, I hope you're not dealing with any of that, or if you are, you're safe and taking care of yourself and your family and making it through it okay, because yeah, it's not been a fun summer so far. I mean, there's a lot of other things going on. I'm in Florida, there's a lot of politics. I'm not going to get into it, but oof. Yeah. So I need to get back on topic of some sort. So yeah, this painting is kind of just me, I guess, venting a little bit about the state of things. It's not an overly venti piece, but I get to the orange. When I decide that, I definitely need a background, I go for an orange background, and I think that's just because I was influenced by all those photos of all that smoke. So painting wise, I'm using my Roman Szmal Watercolor. The paper is Bockingford tinted watercolor paper in gray. I also eventually use a Sakura Jelly Roll pen in white, and the FineTec Mica, I think, is probably copper. But yeah, that was my aggressive attempt to get back on subject and away from my little mental doom spiral. So yeah, otherwise, I said I've been really busy lately. Something's good, something's bad. One of the dinners after work was for a friend who had passed away, so it was good to see people again, but the topic was obviously a little sad. He passed away last month, so been long enough to accept it, but yeah, haven't really had services or anything for him, and it's just still kind of yeah. And then but Saturday was good. I met up with a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and her son being old enough now, so yeah. We saw Avenue Q, which is it's a musical, but it's an adult parody of Sesame Street and puppets and everything, and that was so much fun. I remember listening to all of the soundtrack back in high school with the other drama nerds, so I basically knew most of the music, but I'd never seen the show, so I didn't really know the story and how it all connected. And it was the community theater. They did such a great job, though. It was a lot of fun. And we had dinner before, so it was just really nice to catch up and get out and do something different. I've not seen any sort of stage show in entirely too long, so that was a lot of fun. Otherwise, I spent yesterday with family, so that's always nice. And well, I mean, it's nice for me. I know not everyone gets along with family, so I'm not trying to judge. I'm being in a weird state today. I apologize. And then yeah, today is an art day, a very sleepy day, so yeah, I wanted to start doing some oil painting homework today, but it's not going to happen. I'm just too out of it. I thought I'd go for a walk to clear my head before I film this voiceover, and realized it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now, and the feels is 104 degrees, and I'm like, I can't do that to myself right now. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to the oil painting week. That's plein air, because it'll be in July. It's so hot out. But yeah, oil painting's going really well. Last week's lesson was on alla prima, which is essentially painting everything in one session, in one sitting, in one standing, whatever. And I normally don't do that. I used to paint all at once, but today obviously being an exception too. But normally I try to take breaks, because you get a little blind to what you're working on. And having that break allows you to kind of see a lot of mistakes that you were missing because you've been staring at it too long. So painting all in one go, it's just something I've kind of worked myself out of the habit of. And I was a little nervous to go for it again, but I actually had a lot of fun. And when I finished my first assignment, I stood back and I'm I did that. I painted that in one go. I just came upstairs, went to my easel, and I painted that, and I was so proud of myself. Of course, a couple hours later, I'm there's so many issues with it, but I'm still really happy with it, and I really like it. And yeah, I'm just really pleased with myself for that one. And then I went ahead and I did a second assignment because we were given an extra week. And that one I don't think went as well, but it was still a lot of fun. I made sure to do a much shorter duration of time because I think the first one was like 4.5 hours. And the second one, I think I gave myself like an hour and a half or 2 hours because I needed to I could not stand that long another day in a row. So still, it went well. I think I'm not handling my solvents well though, so I need to figure something out there. I didn't want to use mineral spirits, and I'm not sure if it's all the same thing, but like I didn't want to use like anything like turpentine or Gamsol because I'm not sure if I have enough ventilation, and since we could get a storm really suddenly in Florida, I didn't want to have to rely on having an open window because I might have to shut it very suddenly and unexpectedly. I also am not in a place where like I could definitely keep the cat out, so I know the particles are big and they settle on the ground. So yeah, just to be safe, I wanted to avoid all of those, and I went with the spike lavender oil, but I don't think I'm handling that well. I think it's just too much fragrance for me, and I've been getting really dry and itchy eyes after working, and then like the next morning my eyes will be bloodshot, and because they're so dry, everything's fuzzy. And it does clear up with eye drops and time, but it's very unpleasant, so that's not really working for me either. So I don't know, I might have to go solvent free or switch to water mixable oils. I don't know. I'm really enjoying oils though, so I don't want to give it up, but I find the medium that I'm using unpleasant right now. Otherwise, yeah, I'm obviously very tired today, but doom spiraling aside, and things are going pretty well. Can't complain too much. So, yeah, I'm going to keep taking it 1 week at a time and not promising anything. I do want to start, once the oil painting class is done, I'm not committing to anything before that. I do want to start tackling some bigger projects for watercolor, and maybe oils too. I have an easel now, so I have multiple workspace areas and I can do things like that. I might eventually try to film oil painting. I just need to figure out lighting, so because I don't have great lighting to begin with up there, and that's already becoming an issue for me. So that's another mini project for myself. But yeah, eventually I do want to take on some bigger and more exciting things, but for now we're just going to wing it week to week and see if I have time to make a painting, and if I do, if I have time to record it, great. If not, I think everyone understands. I'm going to focus on class first. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to close up here. I will probably be getting to the orange bit soon, and finishing this up. I just don't have too much to say, and I'm rambling again. So yeah, overall, just hope you're all doing well, taking care of yourself, staying safe, and not being hit by any of these, negatively impacted by these environmental shenanigans going on. Yeah, just take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in a future video, whenever that may be. Until then, yeah, see you soon. Bye.